In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly fix a crick in your neck. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with a lot of pain while trying to move your neck, you may be experiencing a condition called a crick in the neck, which is when muscles in the neck and shoulder blade region become strained and inflamed, leading to painful movements, especially while trying to turn your head. So in this video, we're going to go over really easy exercises that can quickly loosen these tight muscles. Each one of these exercises works just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. This exercise is what I call moose hands because we're going to make antlers with our hands. What we're going to do is pretty much target the spot that you feel is leading to the crick in your neck. So let's say that you have a lot of difficulty with a certain movement like turning your head and you get a lot of pain off to the right side. What you want to do is build into that movement as much as you can, but stop before the point of any pain or discomfort. So let's say right here on the right side of my neck is where I feel a lot of muscle tightness. At that point, I make my antler and I take my thumb and I just press into that spot to the point where it's going to be a comfortable self-massage, and then I'd like to do a light circular motion just like this. Do it for about 5 seconds, release, see how it feels. If it feels pretty good, what you want to do from there is then slowly turn your head a little bit more, again, stopping before the point of any pain or discomfort. You'll probably notice that you're going to be able to turn your head a little bit more, and you can just keep doing this over and over again until you finally get full range of motion or you're not getting any more improvement. And if you do have a spot that's really stubborn, it doesn't want to release, at that point I like to press in that area, do my circular massage, but also do like a vibrational movement with my hand. What it will do is just target the muscle fibers, that soft tissue, a little bit differently, and you might find that it will get it to release. But you can do this pretty much over the whole neck, going from the base of the skull towards the mid part of the neck, all the way towards the base of the neck, even into the shoulders. Just explore the whole area and focus on movements that are causing more discomfort. So just as a quick breakdown too, the movements that I would focus on are rotation, turning your head from side to side to look over your shoulder, tilting motions, taking your ear towards your shoulder, and then also flexion, chin towards the chest, and extension. So if any of those movements are causing discomfort, build into them over and over again and do your moose antler. This is what I call the edge of bed method, and it's great because gravity is going to do all of the hard work for us. Let's start lying flat on our back right at the edge of a bed, and if your mattress isn't that firm, I would recommend rolling up a medium-sized hand drying towel and just placing it over the curve of your neck for support. But let's scoot backward and allow our head to start to fall off the edge. The more that it comes off, the more gravity is going to pull it straight down, offering a deep opening stretch known as decompression traction. Just helps take pressure and tension off the muscles and the joints of the neck, and it usually feels really, really good. I try to build into this one as much as I can and then try to hold it for at least 30 seconds. But if you're able to, hold it for longer, a minute or two. The longer that you're in this position, the more pressure is going to be taken off of the neck and hopefully will give more relief. But if you need to take a breather, just scoot back like this. I would try to do this for a couple times, just get everything loosened up. And then at that point, now take it to the next level by focusing on the movement or movements that are causing pain due to the crick in the neck. So let's say that I get a lot of pain while turning towards my left. What I'm going to do is get back into my original stretch, and now I'm going to slowly turn my head in that direction, but I'm going to stop before the point of any pain or discomfort. At this point, I'm going to hold it for 30 seconds, release it, and then keep repeating this over and over again until I get my range of motion back or I'm not getting any more improvement. A couple more movements that you can do is turning towards the other side, but you can also do a tilting motion, taking your ear towards your shoulder. So give those ones a try. You can also do what is called flexion. So for this one, we're going to scoot forward and make sure that the back of our head is fully supported on our table, I should say our bed, and then we're going to take 2 fingers and then just put them right on our chin and just lightly tuck our chin towards our chest and then hold that for about 5 seconds, release it, and just keep repeating that again for about 3 to 5 times. And if it feels like it's nice and loose, you're good to go. But if it is actually causing discomfort, keep building into that as much as you can. But go through all of those movements. Target the ones that are offering you the most relief. So this is what I call the Trifecta Stretch, and it's a really easy way to target the main muscles associated with a crick in the neck. You can do this when standing or seated. Just a quick note before we start, I'm going to go over 3 different movements. Each one targets a different muscle, and you may find that one of these movements is the one that just really targets that crick in the neck. At that point, build into that movement slowly. Do not go to the point of any pain or discomfort. You're going to hold it right before that point, and then stretch into it, release it, and then just through repetitions, keep building into it over and over again. It's like chipping away at rust. So with that being said, let's get started with this stretch. The first thing that we need to do is identify what side is the most tight, achy, or painful. Like let's say you have a lot going on your right side. We're going to take that side's arm, bend our elbow at 90 degrees, and now slide it across our lower back until we feel a gentle activation of the muscle right here at the top of the shoulder that works lightly into the side of the neck. We're going to hold this position during this exercise. So the first movement is a tilting motion that is going to target the upper trapezius muscle, that muscle right up here. So I'm going to take my hand on the other side, hook the side of my head, and now slowly tilt and kind of like pull my head towards the other side, taking my ear towards the shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel a much deeper stretch start to form. So build into this one as much as you can, stopping before the point of any pain or discomfort. You're going to hold this and now really take it to the next level by slowly turning your head to look upward towards the ceiling. So I'm just kind of turning my chin to look upward towards the ceiling. This will deepen that stretch. At this point, hold it for about 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat it a couple more times. And with each repetition, just build into it a little bit more. From there, I would switch sides and repeat on the other side, even if it doesn't hurt, just to help keep everything in balance. So the next movement is very similar, but we're not going to use our hand for this one. Instead, we're just going to tilt our ear towards the other side as much as we can until we feel a light stretch. But this time around, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow my ear right here to just kind of fall off backward off my shoulder right here. I always tell everybody to treat your shoulder like a cliff, and your head and ear just falls right off of it. At this point, you're going to feel a deep stretch form across the side of your neck. If you were to look into a mirror, you would see a muscle right here start to tense up. That's called the SCM, or sternocleidomastoid, a main rotator of the neck, huge instigator of a crick in the neck. So what you want to do is just feel that really deep stretch, pretty much from the base of the skull, working across the side of your neck towards the top of your collarbone. And if you would like to take this one to the next level, take the meaty portion of your other side's palm and just gently press down right on the top of your clavicle, your collarbone, as it meets the breastbone right there. So you just kind of press down on it and it will deepen that stretch. But again, build into this one to your comfort level only. Don't go to the point of any pain or discomfort. And then switch to the other side and repeat. So the last movement is going to target a muscle called the levator scapula, which is a really big instigator of one-sided neck pain. So for this one, what I'm going to do is called the armpit sniffer. So again, let's say it's a lot of tightness on the right side. What I'm going to do is slowly turn to look over my other side's shoulder. So I'm just kind of rotating to look over that side, stopping before any point of pain or discomfort. Hold that position, take your hand, hook the back of your head, and now slowly pull your chin downward towards your armpit like you were going to give it a good sniff. At this point, you should feel a deep stretch forming on the top of the shoulder blade that works into the side of the neck towards the back of the ear. You're just going to hold this one for 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat it a couple more times. And then from there, switch to the other side. So again, go through all 3 of those movements and target the movements that are just attacking that tightness that might be causing the crick in the neck, and build into it lightly through repetitions. So one of the quickest and easiest ways to relieve a crick in the neck, especially while turning your head, is by doing the towel method. For this one, we just need a medium-sized hand-drying towel. Just roll it up, grab the 2 ends like this, place the towel right at the top of your neck below the base of the skull, and you just want to grab the 2 ends and pull on them straight forward until you feel a really good amount of pressure over those muscles, not to the point where it's causing any discomfort. What we're going to do is focus on the movement that is causing the most amount of discomfort. So let's say it's turning towards your left side like this. What you want to do first is take the hand on that side whatever side that you're going to be turning towards, and you're just going to pull that end forward and then hold it there, kind of like an anchor point. The other side is going to do all of the movement. So with this other hand, what you want to do is raise it up slightly to the point where the towel is angled towards the ceiling, almost like it's going right through your eyeball. And then you're just going to gently pull that side forward too to build a little bit more pressure across those muscles. At this point now, we're going to take this top hand on the other side and now just slowly sweep it across our head like this. So when you do this, what you're going to notice is your head will start to turn, and you can really control this movement. You're going to feel a really good massage over those muscles, and you just want to just build into this one, turn your head and stop before the point that you're going to notice any pain or discomfort. So just stop right before that point and then hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this over and over again, kind of like chipping through rust until you're pretty much back to full range of motion or you're not getting any more improvement. And you can also change the placement of the towel, so you don't have to do it over the top of the neck. You can go more towards midline and repeat. You can even go all the way towards the shoulders right here and repeat. I would just go through as many different movements and positions as possible and find the one that's offering the most relief. And I do recommend throwing in a couple repetitions on the other side just to help keep everything nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.